Hi, everyone. How are you doing? How is everyone feeling about 2021? We are underway now, and we're getting to that part in Australia anyway, where hiring will start up. All of those things are starting to happen. Business is on the move again. But I'm interested to know how people are feeling. I mean, obviously, 2020 knocked us around, didn't it? Who saw COVID coming, right? None of us, really. And then, of course, the repercussions, the aftermath, the fallout of it, the job loss, the death, change. Sometimes these are things that I think they talk about things that can really impact us emotionally when we go through radical change, when we experience death, when we experience financial loss, when we experience job loss. A lot of those type of things can really impact us and impact our emotions and our mental well-being and all of those things. And I mean, in one foul swoop, COVID literally handed us all of those, didn't it? Job loss, financial loss, lots of change in the way we had to operate, being in lockdown, isolation, wearing masks, lots of restrictions in life. So COVID handed us all of that in one fell swoop. And for me personally, it was a challenging year. It was a difficult year. We experienced death in our family and in our community, some of it due to COVID, but some of it due to other circumstances, And so it was a really heavy and difficult year. And so I'm finding for myself personally that stepping forward into 2021, I've been a bit cautious. There's a bit of trepidation around all of that. And then if we look at what happened in the United States on the 6th of January, well, man, when I saw that happen, I was like, oh my goodness, are we having another year like 2020? I mean, look at what's going on, the US Capitol being attacked, democracy under siege, and all of those things. I mean, it's scary to watch these things and to think, oh God, not another year like 2020. But things are leveling out. They seem to be calming down. And one of the things that I'm finding for me is that there's a sort of a feeling of excitement on the one hand, like, after COVID and after 2020, you're pretty much getting excited about almost anything and everything, just being able to be out and about again here in Melbourne, move around, go to the beach, all of those things. Sure, we still have to wear masks at the grocery stores and the malls, but fundamentally we are able to move around. And certainly those of us who have been were in a long lockdown, we appreciate that. None of us are dismissing that, and we're not taking that freedom for granted. But still, one of the things, I was on a call with a group of people, business people earlier today, and one of the ladies shared that a previous client was starting to reorder products. And for her, she felt really hopeful in just that small gesture, because to her, it indicated that business was slowly coming back. And I'm certainly seeing that too, just being able to go to restaurants and watch them start to thrive again. Even the noise levels are up a bit. You go to bars and pubs, and yeah, we still have to social distance, but it's nice to have that whole vibe of energy and fun and having a few laughs over a few drinks. I mean, those are all things that I don't think, I certainly know I won't be taking that for granted in the future. So on the one hand, there's excitement, and on the other hand, there is nervousness and trepidation, because you sort of, there's a caution. I mean, we don't know when things will move back into those restrictions. I mean, when you look at what's going on across the world, in the UK and the US and other parts of the world where COVID numbers are still climbing rapidly, I think all of us move forward with that mixture of excitement to be out and about again, but that nervousness of wondering, oh my goodness, When is it going to change? Are we going to be back in lockdown? And then the other thing, from the business point of view or from a goals point of view, I'm finding myself excited about making plans for the future and looking at new products and new offerings. I'm going to be launching a career support community in February, and a lot of the background work for that is up and ready to go. Just doing final touches, but there is still nervousness. So every new plan or every new goal, I kind of approach it with an excitement about the fact that there is something new going on, but also wondering is, the other thought, that little monkey in the back of my head goes, well, should I be doing this? Is it worth doing this? Will I be able to pull it off? Because will things change? Will we be in lockdown again? Will we be able to move forward? Will we have to pivot? Will we have to continue the remote work for longer? And, I know companies are slowly starting to open the doors, but they also limited in capacity. So, office work, there's currently in Victoria is like 25% capacity. So that means you don't get to be around all of your colleagues all of the time at the same time. You have to schedule your desk and all of those things. And so all of this uncertainty is such a strange thing to be going through, isn't it? I mean, I am a creature of habit. I'm a creature of routines. I do like that. And so many of my routines and things were upset and sidelined and, turned on their head last year. So I've certainly found that adapting to that has had its challenges. It has had its moments. But one of the things that I find as I'm kind of going through this sort of battle, I suppose, in my head, the battle between excitement and the battle between excitement and nervousness, I suppose, and caution, is that I am remembering. It's kind of taking me back to some things my grandmother used to say when she was still alive. Grandma, they're so wise. We don't want to listen to them. Oh, what does she know? There she goes, rabbiting on some kind of advice or pearls of wisdom, and we mostly ignore that. But it's interesting to me how a lot of what I used to hear in my grandma's home and even in my parents' home coming back to me, simple little pearls of wisdom, like you can only really take life moment by moment. You can only really take things day by day, because the future isn't guaranteed. And the past is gone. We can learn from the past. We can learn from its lessons. The future, we don't know what that's going to look like. I mean, you kind of know it, or we've always known it on that brain level, that cerebral level. But now we have to integrate it into the heart level, because we all lived through that last year. We all lived through 2020 and what that did and how quickly things changed and how so very little was guaranteed. And so I am finding grandma's advice is coming in handy. Take things moment by moment, take things day by day. That's all we can do. And I think the most important thing is to make it count, to make our moments count, to make our days count, in whatever way that means for you. For some of us, it could be, getting to take a walk every day with a family member, or take the puppy or the dog for a walk, being at home with the family to have more time to communicate, to sit around a dinner table. For some people, it is about simply wanting to get through a busy day, wanting to have enough business for the day. Restaurants, for example, want to have enough business for the day. So that could be how they take things moment by moment or day by day. I mean, it's so different for all of us, but the message is the same: to take moments day by day and to make them count. So I hope that you are enjoying your moments, whatever you're doing, that you're taking it day by day, and that you're giving yourself comfort and reassurance that feeling that mixture of excitement and nervousness and caution is quite natural. I think a lot of people I've spoken to lately are feeling exactly the same way. I mean, I thought it was only me, and I was kind of thinking I was a bit of a wuss because I'm making plans, but I'm making what I call cautious plans. But I recognize that I'm not the only one going through that. There are a lot of people going through that. And it is quite natural to feel that way after what we went through in 2020. But I do want to take a moment to wish everyone a happy 2021. And I do hope that you get to have your moments that count, your moments that make things memorable for you, your moments that keep you happy and smiling. Enjoy the good weather in Melbourne if you are in Melbourne. For those of you around the world, enjoy whatever you're doing in whatever moment you're doing it in. Have a happy day. Bye.